Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am stopping in today to share what I have made and will be sending for the Juicy Fruit Swap hosted by Janiva over at, I think her channel is Purposely Crafting the Divine Intervention. I will link her channel down below along with the swap announcement video because I'm sure I'm gonna forget something. So this is everything that I made. Not everything because everything won't fit into my camera angle. But the requirements were that we had to create 2 bows, 2 bag toppers, 2 tags, a memory dex card, a sequins mix, and we had crafter's choice for packaging. So we had to package it in some sort of way. We had to, think, I don't want to say outside the box because I don't know that I've seen or had any of my own original ideas here lately. I think we're all just regurgitating and enhancing upon things that we've seen and been inspired by. Or at least those are my thoughts. Okay, so let me get this out of the way and I will share what I created. First up is my bows. I used a steel rule die that I have to create these felt bows. I also used some faux leather that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I hope I'm in frame. Yeah. So I used some faux leather that I got from Hobby Lobby and cut this bow out with my steel rule die. And the die, it comes with so many pieces for the bow. Like there's so many configurations and I just played around with them. We only had to make 2 bows, but I made 3. I also used a tutorial from Brittany to create these tool shaker bows. I think they're always cute. And she did this, the tutorial for this bow in the same video that she did the tutorial for the altered easel. So I'll link that video again as well in case you want to see it. And then as far as packaging of the bows, I've been on a mixed media kick. I took a class here recently at my local scrapbook store with Finnabear. So I've been on my mixed media thing and I wanted to somehow include some of that into my swap. So I just cut out this tag shape and used a Simple Stories stencil. And do I have it over here with me? Yes. I used this stencil here. It's a part of the Lemon Twist collection, which is the collection that I used for my swap. And I used some of my Martha Stewart glitter paste with that stencil. And on the other tags, I think I used some Vicky Bouton iridescent paste on that. So those are my bows. Sorry about the crinkling, guys. Next up is the bag toppers. We had to create 2 bag toppers and include the bags. So I did a large and a small bag topper. The small bag topper is one that I picked up from, I believe, KS Craft. And if you're interested, I can link it below. It comes with 3 sizes. I think this was I don't know if this was the largest one or the middle one. I think this is the middle one. But what I did, I wanted to keep it simple, but give some different textures. So I just took it to my sewing machine and just stitched with some of my gold thread, a zigzag stitch across the base of it. I used some of the snow tool from Dollar Tree to create a ruffle banner and cut the fishtail ends on it. And I used some of the offcuts from this bag topper to pop up on foam. And I used some ephemera pieces from the Bits and Pieces collection. And then I dug way, way back into my stash, into some old Prima flowers Like, I can't even tell you how old these flowers are. They're that old. But I created or added some different layers for flowers on here. Used some jimmies from Hobby Lobby. And then this little piece right here, I don't know if I've shared this haul video yet, but I hauled it from an Etsy seller that is actually local to me. I didn't realize they were local to me until I got her package. It got here in like a day. I'm like, how did it get here so quick? And then I looked at the address and she's literally in my city. So I'll probably be ordering from her more often, and may reach out to her to see if I can just pick up and package instead of wasting postage. So yeah, so those three are pretty much the same. Here are the other two, very similar. I kept the same design, just used different papers and flowers. And then I'm just using the self-seal bags that I'm sure I picked up from Allie. So that's the smaller bag topper. This is the larger bag topper. This is a Sizzix die. I believe I got mine on eBay, but I have seen it on Amazon, so I can link it as well if anyone's interested. Same thing with this one. I created a ruffle banner with some of the scraps that I had from the collection and just did a zigzag stitch across that. And I used one of my coveted ebony, aka the Rosette Guru, chunky rosettes on these things. And when I tell y'all, this bag topper is the thing that took me the longest, because I had to force myself to use this rosette, and then I had to go back to my conversations with Ebony where she told me, you know, use your stuff, don't sit there and hoard it. So Ebony, I'm using my stuff. So I just did some plain, or this is textured cardstock, and I actually ran it through a 3D embossing folder from Spellbinders. I think it's Butterfly Garden is the name of it. I can also link that as well if anyone's interested. And just layered up a piece of ephemera behind it. Kept this one pretty simple. This cabochon is one that I hauled from Kari's Craft Corner on Instagram. I think I shared that haul a few weeks ago. So that's the larger banner, and here are the larger bag topper, and then here are the other two. Again, very similar, just changed up the colors with it. So those are my bag toppers. All right, next up is my tags. I think I did like a craft with me for one of these tags. I ended up making 3 tags. So the one that you all have likely seen if you've been watching my channel is the gnome shaker tags. So I don't think I changed anything with these other than put some Wink of Stella on there, but I think I may have done that on the video that I shared with you guys. And we were supposed to include the ribbon to tie the tags on. I was going to put mine on a binder ring or a book ring, but I just went ahead and used some fuzzy yarn. My second tag are these ones here. So these ones I just again played around, used some more of that snow tool. I try to keep my swaps cohesive as far as the materials that I use. I want everything to look like it fits together. So I did a layer of the snow tool, did a ruffled banner that I stitched on top of that, used pieces of the chipboard, and then I used some of my scraps to create like a little award ribbon, and then stack some resin bows on top of that. Used some chipboard hearts and some more of those jimmies from Hobby Lobby. So there's that one, this one here, and this one here. And whenever I create a tag, I always double layer my tags because I want them to be sturdy. like if you actually do want to use this as a gift tag, like I want it to stand up, regardless of what kind of gift you attach it to. So that's tag number 2. Tag number 3, again, pretty simple. I used, I don't think I shared it here on YouTube, but on Instagram, I shared like what I do when I have like a bunch of small scraps. And when I say small scraps, something that's 3 inches or smaller, I just take my punches and I punch out a bunch of shapes, which includes like these butterflies and this little gold piece right here that came from my stack of punches. I keep them in a little bowl, and whenever I just need a little embellishment, I'll go to that. These little small butterflies also were in there. Again, those older Prima flowers. And this is, you know, a lemon swap. So I tried to make sure that I included the lemons on everything that I was doing. So I made these tags and then I was like, wait, there's really no lemons showing on it. So then I pulled out my set of the clay fruit pieces and just glued some of the lemon bits on the sentiment banner. So here's this one. I used some white glitter cardstock on that one. And these were, the smaller butterflies were just plain white cardstock. And I took my Wink of Stella pen and added some little glitz and glamour, little razzmatazz on there. Another Martha Stewart butterfly punch. I used diamond dots on the bodies of the butterflies. And then these crystals are from Buttons Galore and More, and the yellow one is called Lemon. I think I used lemon on this swap. I used these 2, Caribbean, and I think I used coconut. Yeah, coconut. So again, just added some of the little blue lemon slices on there, or I'm calling them lemons. I don't know what blue fruit that is, but whatever. Kept these tags fairly simple. So those are my tags. Let me get these out of the way. Next up is the memory decks cards. I have had this Spellbinders lemon die. Where did I put it? Here it is. I've had this in my stash for a while, and when I thought about what I wanted to do for this swap, this die immediately came to mind. And this is the memory decks cards are the last things that I completed, and I had not used that die yet. I'm like, how can I not use the thing that inspired me to choose lemons for my fruit with this swap? So again, fairly simple memory decks cards. It's a lot of paper piecing with that die, but it was fun, very relaxing. I just sat here and did it as I listened to an audiobook. So anyways, I think this is a ZF Party memory decks die. So same thing I do with my tags, I also do with my memory decks cards. I double layer those suckers because if you're putting them in the spinning memory decks, I need it to be able to hold up and stand the test of time. I put my information on the back. With the die, I used some of my Distress Oxide inks. I used the Scattered Straw on the lemon. I don't know if my sponge was a little dirty or what, but it gave it sort of a reddish hue on the outside, but I actually liked it, so I continued doing it. So I used the Scattered Straw, and I also used the squeezed lemon for the piece that I layered behind it. The die does not come with the piece to layer behind it, so I just cut some of my scrap white cardstock up and then just rubbed it across this squeezed lemonade, and then glued it behind there so that, you know, you wouldn't see the leaves or whatever paper was behind the lemon die cut. The little flower is really cute. don't know that I looked forward to dealing with those little tiny flowers, but it's very easy to put together. Once I decided how I wanted this to lay, I thought about cutting the foliage off at the top, but I'm going to leave it as is. I like it like that. I didn't so much. I did create one where I cut it off and I didn't like it. So I'm going to leave the foliage at the top. I also did a wire wrapped lemon bead off to the side over here. And then a sentiment from the ephemera pack. And again, same design, just changed up the papers and the sentiments on those. As for the sequins mix, I had these, get these out of the way. I had these, what do you call them? Honeycomb. These are actually lip gloss holders that I ordered from Amazon, and I was like, oh, those will be perfect because there are bees in this collection, and I did use some bees in the decor on all of my swap pieces. So I just used that same sequins mix that I shared with my shaker tags and just put some inside of here. I also attached these little spoons. I think these are resin spoons that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. They come in a pack of like 10 or 12, and they are included in the sale on like the, I think like the jewelry shop. They are a jewelry shop brand. So I just attached one of those little spoons and then just wire wrapped some seed beads and hung those off the top. So that's my sequins mix. You guys have already seen the cards. I'm going to write a little thank you note. Thank you for swapping with me note in there for my swap partners, whoever receives my swap, because we don't know. Now, as for the extras, I have not created dangles in a while, and I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and create some mini dangles. So I created 3 little mini dangles with a lobster clasp. Where is it? There it is. So here are my little mini dangles that I created, and they're pretty much the same. They have all the same beads and charms. The lemon charm is a little bit different because I got it in a set from Joann's last year, and it came with like 3 lemon charms and 3 strawberry charms. They're all a little different. So I'll just show you this one. So you got your little black and gold bowl down here, some crackle beads, and I thought this bead worked perfectly with this swap because it had all the colors that are included. Here's a little lemon charm, a little yellow acrylic bow that I wire wrapped and put some seed beads on the top and bottom of. Here's another acrylic bead, a different shade of blue. I love this little leaf, this little yellow leaf. I can't remember where I got that from. Probably Hobby Lobby, if not Hobby Lobby, Joann's. But yeah, I just wire wrapped some beads and stuck them on here, and this is my little mini charm dangle. Let's see what else. The extras that I am sending, I always try to send some hand sanitizer, and I saw these in Bath and Body Works, and I just grabbed the Sunshine and Lemons with the little holders. And while I was in Joann's a couple weekends ago, I saw these socks. I was out of town, or back in my hometown, and my store did not have these low cut socks. All they had are like the crew style socks, and it's too hot for that right now, especially here in Florida. So I grabbed these little ankle socks, and I will be including those. So that is everything that I created for the swap. I also created a tag. So the bigger one will go on the swap for Janiva. I'll make sure that, I put her name and stickers or something on it so she knows that one is hers. But I just use Canva to create a tag. So, They know what the swap is, who created it, and that way I don't have to worry about sticking my name on everything that is inside of what I am sending. I did create a little sticker, Happy Mail sticker, to put on the back of the easels, and then of course my information is on the back of the memory decks card. But that is it. So that is my entry for the Juicy Fruit Swap hosted by Janiva. Wait a minute, I just thought about something. Okay, so I'm sure by now you guys have probably seen Kayla's project share. She was working on a swap with 2 other little girls, and it was just so cute and so sweet. So that's done. But we were out shopping for like the goodies to put in both of our swaps. And she loves Claire's. You know, she's not. She loves Claire's. And I was like, Kayla, I can't find anything that has lemons on it. We were in Claire's, and I always find some, you know, cute little things. Maybe a bracelet that I can deconstruct to use the charms on with my crafting. But I couldn't find anything with lemons on it. Like nothing. They had nothing with lemons on it. Or if they did, it was not anything that I could use. Well, she comes running over. Mom, I found something. So I am going to send these. I will not be offended if you ladies do not like this, but I had to include it because she was just so excited that she found them. And I just didn't have the heart to tell her, like, baby, I don't think, you know, that's going to be too many people's cup of tea. But she found these lemon head nails. So I am going to send them. These will be Kayla's contribution to my swap. She was so proud of herself for finding them, and like I said, I just didn't have the heart to tell her, like, yeah, no. So everyone will get a set of lemon head nails. What you do with them, that's your own business. It's out of my hands at this point. It's above me now. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you liked what I created. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for checking out my channel and sticking with me. If you haven't subscribed, you know, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and do it. Like Kayla said, if you want me to continue to create, you know, you need to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified when I share future crafty content. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Bye.